channels. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, however you want to look at it. I wouldn't be on here unless it was very, very important. And about 2 hours ago, I started getting reports, and I've continued to get reports over the last 2 hours. So I'm going to bring up the video. So I think what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, I think time's up. I'm not saying that to scare anybody. I'm telling you the truth here. I think the time is up. I keep saying to watch for the date of the 18th and the 28th. It is 1 a.m. So this is the deal. Good evening. Any mods that are in here, any BS in the chat, just kick them out. I don't even want to hear it tonight. I don't want to hear it. The people that want to be here, act decent because I'm not in the mood. This is the deal. The 18th and the 28th, they're voting to take away the sovereignty of 194 countries, including the United States of America, by the World Economic Forum. It is going to their vote. Okay, I'm not going to say there's going to be a vote. They're going to push it through. Now, I've been getting report after report after report. So I think it's time that they're going to crash the system. And when they crash the system, we're not going to have diesel. We're not going to have electric, and all it's going to be the shit show. So I believe, and I'm sure that many of you know, that the shit show is about to start. It's been here. So I'm going to show you all the different articles that came in. This came in from trucking industries all over the world. And the main thing that I'm concentrating on is the United States. So we have to realize that this has been the biggest. This is what I'm going to say to y'all. If you're lacking in anything, get it and get it now. I've been saying it, and I hope that I'm wrong. What they're saying is every fishing vessel around the world that uses diesel will be without diesel. So there'll be no fishing. There'll be no fishing food supply chain. Sorry to tell you, Raven, the Constitution is done. The Constitution is done. They have already been slipping and sliding stuff in, and it's done. We do have a Constitution. You're right. You're right. But they have been slipping and sliding all these laws in while everybody has been distracted to Ukraine and Russia, which I told everybody, and I watch and I listen, and I don't only look, I hardly ever look on YouTube. And tonight when these reports started coming in, I went straight into it and kept digging and kept digging. Yes, we are part of the UN, and that's how it is. The Bill of Rights is basically gone. Come on, the food shortages are here, and here's what we got. So every fishing vessel relies, I would say 80 to 90% of them, if not more, on diesel. Just keep watching and we'll talk through it. But trains, diesel, logistics, diesel, cargo ships, diesel. They're going to crash the system on purpose when the vote goes to go in so that they can take away 194 countries' sovereignty. 1/5. We got the large trucks, the agriculture, the tractors. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of diesel. So if the system crashes at the same time, because they're saying that right now we do not have enough, the farmers use diesel. This is all coming in from the invasions here. The invasions here. We also have Haitians just came in from Border Patrol. There is Haitians lined up as soon as 42 drops. They are lined up waiting to come into the United States. 80% of the ships import and export done. They were saying that the ships were going to be able to get unloaded and everybody's going to be able to come in and it'd be happy go lucky and we'd all be happy. Now they're talking about supply chain, the electric going down. So if they can, what's going to happen is the United States is about ready to just fall. They're saying if our diesel goes any lower than what it is right now, that we will have a few days until the United States economy tanks. Serious. I hope that you've all been prepping your food. Your, we just made a list. We need to fill up our gas cans again. How long are those gas cans going to last you? Not that long, but it's better to have something than nothing at all. But our trains depend on diesel to transport products across the country, so that's going to stop. And you'll see here in a minute where the report came from with the diesel. There it is. Without diesel fuel, the U.S. economy would collapse in a matter of days, and the supply chains would completely be gone. They're going to be completely gone. Right now, we are because it's going to be hot. They're going to, summer's getting here. Food, we're seeing it disappear. The baby formula, diabetic medicine. Y'all better be thinking on your toes, and you better get on it. Yeah, they're saying the 18th and the 28th. Those are the days that I've kept mentioning. I don't know why the 28th. I don't know. The 18th. These dates just keep. I've said it since I started this channel that God leads and I follow. And for some reason, the 18th and the 28th keep coming out of my mouth. And I don't know why. And I don't know why. I don't. But I know that somewhere between the 20th and the 28th is when they're supposed to be voting on taking away the sovereignty of 194 countries, including the United States. We have to really think about this. And I mean, I hope and I pray that it doesn't happen. But, it's better to be prepared than to sit out in the wind and think that it's not going to happen. The diesel prices are surging. I talked to that man today and did an interview. He's seen $8.62 on the West Coast. Everything is going up in price. Make sure that you have your food arrangements and you know which food to use first. One thing that we're going to be doing. Now, this is really interesting to me. So refineries can't just ramp up the output, right, to meet the demand. They're already above 90%. And then this is very interesting. There was a fire at one of the biggest ones in 2019. But on top of that, around the country, many of the refineries are closed for emergency repairs. And then our lovely government came back and said it was very important that they needed to do this. You get the drift. I mean, they are purposely doing this, and they're doing it in sequence. Someone made a really good statement to me today, one of my customers, and they said, do you know that they're taking a lot of the food's disappearing because they're taking it to bunkers to feed themselves or to wait and then to feed the ones that are going to comply. Why can't I comment? I have no idea. I see your comment. Oh, okay. We're on 3 different channels right now. Most folks are on the main channel. I would guess, which is OTWP, Off the Wall Prepper. But I am broadcasting this to all 3 channels. So I would say most folks are on the main channel. But it's very interesting that there was a fire at Philadelphia Energy Solutions on the East Coast, which is the largest refining complex on the East Coast, and they have not reopened. I had to dig to find that one. When I got the article about the diesel, I was like, there has to be some things that have already happened. Well, let's think about this. They're going to, the Haitians and the other people that have already came across are going to replace many people because they will comply and they will capitulate and they will be dang right happy to do it. But everybody has been concerned about gas, but diesel is a bigger risk. Diesel is a huge, huge risk. And then the sanctions that came in. But remember what old Biden did right when he took office. What did he do, folks? He closed down the pipeline. Think about it. They had to work quickly because they keep saying for the Great Reset, there's a very narrow window of opportunity. Orange County's on fire right now. I have some good friends there. Any BS in the chat, I mean it, just boot the person. I don't want to hear it. And if you're a disruptor, you can go to any disruptors that are just way off topic. I'm over it. I don't have time for it. So now this one just came in 16 hours ago. Gasoline's turned to be gripped by the supply fears, by the supply chain. So it's happening. It's happening. And I think at this point, they're waiting for the World Economic Forum and the WHO to vote to get the 194 country sovereignty. They are waiting for 42 to drop, because then once that happens, it's a free for all. And then if they drop the diesel, it's going to shut down the whole country. And within a few days, the United States economy will totally collapse. This is my opinion. This is from what I've been looking at and reading, and you all know I do research. Trust and believe, I would not be on here at 1 in the morning unless we're having just a great old time. To come on here at 1 in the morning, you know that I've done some research and I've been looking. Think about the things that you're missing. If you're missing preps, get out there and do it. I am going to try tomorrow to do a video of how, especially for our elderly folks that are in here, how to make your own. You just need a cooler, a tube of silicone, a little metal pipe, and a small fan, how to make a little self-powered air conditioner, because the summer could be treacherous for folks. And diesel goes down, the power goes down, and then the U.S. collapses within 3 days. The grocery stores will be soon right thereafter. Garrett, I wouldn't. It's not about. See, that's not the big. The big picture is not Ukraine and Russia. This is about the new Great Reset, the new normal. This is not about the Republicans or the Democrats, and we need to realize we've got to stop that. We got to stop it. We're going to need each other. You're going to need your local mag. There goes the convoy coming to D.C. Will they believe it? The convoy was already in D.C., and not only that, the convoy got to D.C., and I think they got their pockets padded, because the convoy I met in Missouri, in Cuba, Missouri, did not seem like the same big convoy that went into D.C. And not only that, once those guys got into D.C. and they left, it's all been about money, 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 money. That's it. Yeah, we all got to keep going, but the window is growing narrower and narrow. It's getting really, really small. We're going to start. Dragonflies was canning today, and tomorrow we're putting the canner on full force, the dehydrator on full force. We're running both of them. The main thing, if you do have some gas tanks, go fill them up. In no way, shape, or form, you all know I'm not a doom and gloomer, I'm not a fearmonger, but when this report came in and then I clicked on it, and then I clicked on another report, I was like, oh, this is not good. And I keep seeing the 18th and the 28th of May because of that vote. And then another report came in from U.S. Customs about how many Haitians were waiting to come across. So you add all those things up and you connect the dots, and the economy could collapse within a few days. And then on top of it, we don't have enough diesel. They're saying we're down into like 20%, the lowest we've been in like 15 years. But all these refineries, all the diesel, they're closed. One burnt, and the other ones just happened to need maintenance this year. Interesting fact, isn't it? So we opened up something on the community page, and this is for everybody and anybody that wants to do input. If you have a concern, if you really don't know how to do something, and maybe you're new to the channel, you're new to prepping, whatever it may be, you can go on the community page, you can post your question, and everybody here on OTWP, the mag, check that page once in a while. And if you have the knowledge to know how to help someone, post it. And I opened it up. It says Q&A. Everybody help each other. We can get through this. We can do it. We're God's people. We're warriors. We are made for this time and this place. But the thing is, if the economy crashed within a few days, what are you lacking? Now it looks like, because today is the 12th, so that gives us at possibly, hopefully longer. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope that, I hope and pray sometimes that we could just be in peace and that all of them would simmer their asses down. But now the United States is over there agging on China. Yeah, the trains will stop. The ships will all stop. The fishing boats, the farm supply, the all the semis. I mean, think about this. So if they crash the whole system, and if you've been watching the stock market, it goes and then it drops. So yeah, no electricity. I mean, the list is long. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I agree with you, Raven, and I walk in faith, hope, and love. But I'll tell you what, you know as well as I do, Raven, that the big goal is to crash the U.S. They Everybody has been sitting here going in the United States like, huh, when's something going to happen here? When's something going to happen? And y'all can't sit there and tell me in the chat that you haven't had an uneasy feeling in your spirit, in your soul, that something is going to pop off, that something's going to happen. And then when the U.S. Customs sent me that all these Haitians are waiting at the border, makes you think. Also, yeah, very good point, Homestead Aquarius. Very good point. The other thing is baby formula. It's it's gone. 2 years ago, they were talking about this, about the baby formula could have problems and issues, and the current administration did not address it in any way, shape, or form. Yes, yes. So if you put everybody into total chaos, well, and think about it, Memorial Day weekend's coming up, and that would be a great time to just let everything rip, right? When people are supposed to be honoring folks that have passed away, it's a time when people do get together as families over Memorial Day weekend, and at what we have, famine coming, war, the weather, the solar flares. I mean, there's so many things that are all biblical that are really, they're really coming in. And then we have old Schwabby Schwab who said, "Oh, let's make sure that we use this, and let's really get down to business on Agenda 2030." So now they're going to show us. Oh, I agree with you, Raven. But also we have to realize that a lot of people are going to have near death experiences. Period. And in no way, shape, or form do I think that they win. I don't think that they win. I don't. I think God wins. But you got to consider it all of everything. The building materials aren't going to move. The packages aren't going to move. Exactly. You got to do the legwork, no matter what. He didn't. He didn't build us to be lazy. Could just be. What are you saying? It could just. I'm not sure it will happen. Could just be a trial run. Oh yeah, yeah. I agree, Raven. I agree. And not only that, um, but you got to kind of think about it. Uh, Everybody in the United States keeps saying like, "When's it going to happen? What's going to happen?" And we haven't seen things like other countries like Shanghai or Australia or even Canada. We haven't seen things like that here in the States. It may be a big test to see how, might do a couple things to see how the United States is going to react. Or is everybody just going to be zombies and pacified? Amen, Raven. Amen. Exactly, Raven. I've said it so many times on this channel that God put us here in this time, in this place for a reason. For a reason. And we all, how many times, Raven, have I said that God put us right here in this time, in this place, on this channel together for a reason? I love that you wrote that. Yeah, they already did say that, Grace. That's true. That came in on like two different reports that it's going to be very hard on the East Coast to get diesel at all. Well, and the United States, we're so ushy cushy pushy. We're like, oh, everything's hunky dory. People living in a bubble. Oh, that's a good point. And boy, did they. Boy, did they. Nails and screws, oil. Yeah, all your vehicle stuff. I just talked to one of our channel subs, Homestead Aquarius, and they said that her boyfriend works at an auto place. And she said, I want you to order me two things of fuses, a belt, and something else. And he can only get like one part, and the rest of the stuff is back ordered for 2 to 3 weeks. Hey, Lady Casca. Yeah, we walk in faith and not fear. We do, Earth Angel. We walk in faith here at the OTWP Mag. It is our motto to walk in faith and not fear. But also, I feel a commitment to our channel. When something happens that I see article after article coming to my phone, I'm like, what is going on? And when I see those things and I think it's serious, I'm going to come on. I don't care if it's 1 in the morning. I don't care if it's 3 in the morning. And this is the first time I think in the history of this channel that I've ever came on with the news at 1 in the morning. How you doing, Awkward? Your new freeze dryer? Okay, does anybody have, you're going to have to go back and watch. We're not going to go backwards, we're going forward. Does anybody have an idea? I had several people reach out to me what they can do. Raven, this might be a question for you because they're saying that people aren't going to be able to get medicine for being diabetic. They were talking about it. It was in the, like, natural news and four different ones. So, does anybody, if you know how to deal with that, please post that on the community page. You'll see the topic. I put most of it in bold. 4 humans now have the brain implants for over 1 year. What's the one thing the Lord God can do that Satan cannot? Read our thoughts. Well, now he can. Oh, that's very interesting. Wow. Yeah. And don't forget, thank you. Thank you. Um, don't forget. batteries, crank radios, lighting. Be make sure you're using the food system the way you should, because if we do have, they already said rolling blackouts too. I was going to do the morning news tomorrow, and this came up, and I have a whole nother presentation for the morning news about other things that are going on, and I just haven't been able to download the video, or I just put it out right now. Ah, detox. Detox your body. Amen to that. We already know that. No fakes. Oh, and that's the other thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be, y'all, we always talk about rice, rice, rice. Go get some rice, go get some beans. So there will be a demo coming out tomorrow to tell the difference between if you're getting real rice or if you're getting the new synthetic rice. Go figure. We already eat a credit card, what is it, a week in plastics that are in our food, and rice is even worse than that. So I'll have I'm almost done with that demo. I'll have it out and I'll put it up. You might see a lot of videos from me in the next couple days because as I'm doing things, I'm just going to let the camera roll and put out the videos. Yeah, and pink Himalayan salt, NH Liberty, at Shetler's, which we go to, which is, I think too, is like the Mennonite and the Amish. They have the big bulk store, $219 for a 50-pound bag. For a 50-pound bag. Hi, Silver Girl. Independent Mary, nice to see you. Yes, can everything you can, dehydrate everything you can. Yep, you're exactly right. You put the rice in and there's also a microwave one, and you can do it in a skillet. So heck, there might be some people that need the video and some that don't. What'd you learn? Mm, interesting. Yeah, that's the video I was going to do, James. I probably will still do it just because I want to test some of the rice. But if they could do a complete crash of the system at the same time when all the Haitians can come over, and then the vote goes in for the 194 countries. So if they play it out right, which I'm sure they will, and they're trying to speed it up, there's something else that we're not catching on to, and I know there's a lot of digital warriors out there. I'm really curious because there's something that we're not catching on to. Well, also I've caught on to 3 different videos where they're calling Obama president. 3 different ones in the last week. Yep, exactly. Be ready. And the worst thing that can happen is we're all prepped to the max and nothing happens. Oh, bullshit. I can't believe that nothing's going to happen because there's too many things. Chicken Little Trucker, how you doing? I know, like this right here, Raven. Here, tell me about this, Raven. No, don't, because I don't do it very often. Don't tell me, Raven. Don't tell me. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say off the wall prepper. That is terrible. Wow. I don't know NH Liberty. I didn't see any. That's awesome, though. It's still awesome. I just want to do the demo for people that don't know because there's always hope for people no matter what. Like right now, I think that the time's up. I think time is, yeah. Yeah, but Homestead Aquarius, you got to remember, really, if you're not like up in Alaska where you can catch a big old salmon or something, or not coastal, if you're inland fishing, it takes like 12 fish to get your daily protein. That's a lot of fishing. And will you be able to catch 12 fish a day on inland rivers? I don't know. Yeah, we got it at Dollar Tree before too. Oh, so I knew somebody. I knew somebody was gonna have. I'll tell you what. I used to drink a 6 pack to a 12 pack of Dr Pepper a day, and then I mean I was bad, and now I drink like one, maybe every 2 3 weeks. A 12 pack lasts me a couple months or a month. I don't. I try not to drink it. I try not to, but there's something about it addictive. Oh, what are they going to do? They're going to take all the jobs and they're going to be happy making minimal wage, and they're going to uh, put them all on UBI, and they'll probably be the new military. Hell, I don't know. I know that Haitians, you know, everybody should know this, that the Dominican Republic's on one side, Haiti's on the other side. They do not mingle. I mean, I think we're looking at something really bad, and all the Ukrainians and the Russians that have just recently came in, they caught Russian spies, they've caught Chinese spies. There's a lot going on. Wow, I bet his gut hurt. Yeah, turmeric is really good. Use the sugar tester and see what is causing your blood sugar to spike. Actually, Raven, I have really good. I, I really don't have medical issues. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have none of that. I have PTSD is what I have. But I'm just gonna let the PTSD rip when everything goes bonkers. I'm just gonna let it rip. It'll be a lot of somebody, Raven. Someone will not want to be in my way. Everyone who hates America is coming in. Well, because they have to. uh, There's a lot behind it, but I think that the reason they're doing that is they have to take away everything that we're based on. So all these different nationalities mix. They won't care about Fourth of July. They won't care about Christmas. They won't care about different things that we have instilled into us. They won't care. It won't matter. Yeah, we got our little liquor cabinet, and I don't drink really. Shift kicker, how's it going? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that either, Kim. That they don't come in and we have like a serious situation with gangs and that type of thing. Oh, what was that? Hold on. The first person to tweet a message via direct thought thanks to a tiny brain implant the size of a paperclip. Wow. Well, and then I think they'll maybe it'll be Project Bluebeam will wing in on everybody, and the alien invasion will happen. Lady Cask is in the house. Hey, Lady Casket. So everybody in the chat, like, what I want to know, like, just one statement. Do you think that we're going to see a total collapse? Like, honestly, you can make a statement about it, but like, I want to know. Yes, you think that we're going to see a total collapse. You think we're going to see it quickly? You think they're just testing us? I'm just curious because of all the information that's coming in. You're going to have to go back and watch it. We're not going back. We're going forward. You don't think it's going to happen, James? Okay, James. Do you think we're having food shortages right now? Do you think that hyperinflation's here? Do you think that China's pissed off? Total collapse. Yes, we'll see, but not until 2023. Ah, because okay. Yes. So maybe it's going to be the slow crunch. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to be the slow crunch. We're going to get the collapse, but maybe they're going to do 42 so all the Haitians can come in. And then we're going to see civil unrest with the rolling blackouts that they're promising. because they have talked about the rolling blackouts. So we'll see rolling blackouts. We'll see the Haitians coming over. So we'll see rioting and higher crime. I don't know how much higher crime we can go. I mean, some cities are at 700. A city on the West Coast is at 1,100% increase. So then they'll shut down the food chain. So it'll just keep trickling in. And why do you think, though, 2023? I'd like to know. There's two people that said 2023. I want to know one statement. Why? Why 2023? Yep, NH Liberty. That's exactly what I think. And I think it's coming. It already is. It already is. Yeah, but now they're, yeah, they do. It is because the system will be depleted then. Hmm. Yeah, exactly, Kristen. They said 2030, so we were all like, that's what I just told Dragonflies a few days ago. I was like, well, we have maybe 5, 6 years to really get other stuff. And I mean, I've been prepping a long time. So has she before she ever met me. Simon, we've been talking about this for months, brother. Months. Oh, there you go. Like cattle come with the lassos and come in and bring everybody in. Yep, I agree with you. Willie D's up in here. Hey, Willie D. Hmm. Not now after what I heard. Yeah, and I just did that interview. I just did that interview today with that trucker. Nice, nice, nice guy. Super nice guy. And we talked before he did the interview and after. And he's like, wow, $8.62 on the West Coast that he's paying per gallon. And the issue is the brokers are trying to pay what they used to get in 1989. 1989. So he's been a truck driver for over 35 years. I think he's at 40. Hold on, something's coming in. So I don't know, it's crazy. I heard there's no baby formula, and they knew about this a couple years ago. What was going to happen? That's what I think. I think they got to turn off the electric and let things get really, really crazy. And they're going to let the Haitians come in, and the Haitians are going to be some actors. They're going to be some actors because they don't care. They'll be having a great time. It's all by design. Yeah. Be prepared for what they're purposely doing. That's what I can say. Be prepared for what they're purposely doing. Hey, 15 Hearts, you're back. How you doing? I mean, think about it. It is purposely designed. Literally. Literally. I think the big problem 3023. Luna Beta, that's just because you want to come hang out in the Ozarks with us. Are you crazy lady? That ain't gonna wait till 3023. I don't think so. Well, we're already going into June, so I mean, Raven's right. we probably do have a summer of chaos. We'll have fires and rioting, forest fires, water shortages, electrical power, rolling power outages, and the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, good. Nice to see you. Over here in New Mexico, half the state is on fire. Yeah, exactly. And they're talking about PA having rolling blackouts too. Oh, shh. Sorry, NH Liberty. We don't want to give out all the secrets. We definitely don't want to give out all the secrets. Yeah, Lady Casca, I just interviewed a trucker today, and it's not good. And the brokers are trying to pay them really, really cheap. But think about it. They can, they got these new trucks that are already being tested with Walmart where they drive themselves, and they're only using them in certain communities. Bentonville, Arkansas is one of them. But if you bring in the Haitians, I bet you they'd drive a semi all day and all night with free lodging in their trucks for a little bit of nothing. Yeah, that's what they were saying, Peace Train of America. Rolling blackouts, but not only for PA, I mean, all over the country. Yeah, I heard. Well, poor old Gil.
He deserved it.
Oh, copycats asking if you'd all please give a thumbs up. I could drive a semi. I used to drive a fueling truck when I was in the Navy. I was a big old boy. And I drove a ramp vac in the Navy.
And a 32-foot Class A RV.
Well, and I drove a 32 foot and a 36 foot.
Oh,
I could get behind a semi, but do we want people behind semis that don't know how to drive? That's the thing. That's the thing. I think that let me see if I can get this other video to go up, and then people can just they'll come in the morning and they can watch it. It's not very long, but I did this one earlier.
well, that's why they're making the self-driving trucks, and that's why they're going to bring in anybody and everybody to drive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are a big old crock. It's pretty funny this morning, boy. They tore my news up. They wouldn't let me talk about nothing. They were just taking my video and as soon as I dropped the video out, then all of a sudden everybody could hear me perfectly. It was unbelievable. Well, I think because I was talking about good old Obama. That's probably why. I, yeah, that's crazy. Everybody, welcome 15 Hearts. She's new to the channel. We got some new faces in here. If food gets scarce, people. Well, yeah, most definitely. And I just talked about that tonight in another video that, people's animal instincts are going to come out. Their animal instincts are going to come out because when you see your baby starving, then what? What are you going to do? You're going to freak out. I think Raven should come up and do a class that talk to us about foraging. I think Raven, she knows her stuff. Trump will be like a bozo in the background. Yeah. Yep, they have. Through the walls. They are. And we gotta, people are. There's some real a holes in the prepping community on YouTube, and then, well, somebody, what? Why am I going to do something for you? What have you done for me, and all that crap? Uh, we gotta spread some love, light, and peace. We do, and then doing that, Prepare not only to feed yourself, but if you can help somebody, try to help them. Especially, if it comes to our kids, that's why we all have to put our heels in the ground and our boots on the ground and have each other's sixes, because this is about our kids. We got to protect our kids. And I'll tell you, with the nasty, evil crap that's going on, I was just at a customer's today, and the lady told me that they had a group come in to investigate a trafficking situation in a small town called Houston, Missouri. Y'all, they had a little 5-year-old girl out in a shed like she was a dog, sex trafficking her, feeding her like she was a dog out there. And they found out that they put her out. She wasn't 5 when they found her, she was 15 for 10 years. For 10 years. So she was 5 when they put her in there, 15 when they actually found her. So this lady next door said, she found out because she heard this little girl in this building. She said, I'm going to report you. And she went over and confronted the people because she went off the deep end, right? Yes, NH Liberty in Houston. So she went over and confronted the people and said, I'm going to report you, or let me have the kid and I will take it to wherever, to the hospital or the police or whatever. And they're like, no. And if you say anything, we're going to burn your house down. So she went to the authorities. I don't know what the whole story is, but either way, she came home and the back of her house was on fire. On fire. So the evil, nasty, sex trafficking, child molesting pedo sickos really followed through with lighting her house on fire. These people are sick and twisted. Sick and twisted. Yep, you better. What the heck, Lady Casca? You had someone knock on your door asking if you would support reproductive rights and to use the QR codes. What the? That's insane, dude. And that came from one of my clients that's in Houston. And I was like, what? She followed me. And I was like, why are you following me? I'm going to service your machine. She never follows me. We always talk. But I was like, what the heck? Crazy. Well, and think about the things that they're putting out. Oh, but California and another state are going to be considered an abortion tourism state. What? Abortion tourism state. I mean, sick. So they like in California, they're going to let them have abortions. They're going to pay for you to get a flight there. They're going to pay for your food and they're going to pay for your baby. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. Really sick. I don't even like, sometimes that's why I can't do the news every day. I got to keep my own self centered and centered on the Word of God and centered on good things. And I can't do it on a daily basis. It would drive me absolutely sick. I would be. I report some things, try to twice a week, but I can't do it every day. Yep, they are disgusting. They're really disgusting. There was just another video that all these kids saying that they should use babies as a heating source, and I mean, it was sick. It twisted because they've been removed from God. Yep. Amen. Amen. Yeah. That's good, Lady Casca. Let me see. This other video should be up in just a second. Wow. On YouTube, it shows two people are in the chat, but in the chat it shows 100 and some. They're really trying to keep my stuff from being seen lately. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't like me. Please hit the thumbs up because they're saying there's only two people in here.
Are you looking at the right channel?
Yeah, it shows it on.
I see 139.
Right, but I'm talking about on YouTube. When you click over onto YouTube, it shows two people watching my live right now. Oh, now it shows 140 some. So maybe it was just catching up. I don't know. Okay. And only 7 thumbs up? Are you shitting me? That's not very nice of y'all.
I see 14. Out of
14 thumbs up.
I see 14.
Okay. That's it. 138, 133 people. I think y'all need to go hit the dang thumbs up. That's what I think. That's the only way that it really helps us. It helps us a lot. Y'all know, I've told you before, they hardly ever want to put an ad on my channel. I guess I talk too much or I'm too mean. Maybe I'm too mean. Is that what it is, Homestead Aquarius? There we go. There. 41 thumbs up. You're showing 97 thumbs up. What in the heck? Reality warrior awesomeness continues. Facts don't lie. Tyrant thugs do only. Had you come up on my feed right now. What are you talking about? Remember, mods, if we get a bunch of disruptors, just throw them. I don't know what that person is talking about in any way, shape, or form. Just join, do something worth liking. What the? Okay, here comes the idiots.
I don't even see all none of that. What?
Oh, they're coming in talking all kinds of stuff now.
Where?
Just joined. Here's a nice one. Just join, do something worth liking. Well, then leave the channel. Shit. That's you don't see these people? Oh, they might be on another. They're probably on one of my other. Oh, I see. Hold on a minute. I think they're over there getting on my other channels and nobody's over there watching them, so they're having a heyday.